Hello, guys and girls. It is I, Aaron Halo 18, and I'm doing Halo 5 Guardians Discussion Series, Episode 25, Part 2. I'm going to continue that article I started yesterday, and then I'll probably do another article, just to wrap it up. Halo, the Master Chief Collection. So there's a picture of Master Chief holding a plasma rifle on Combat Evolved level, on the first level. And below the picture says, earlier this week, we released the latest CU for MCC, which included new penalties and temporary bans for quits, betrayals, and a look at data from this week suggests the wrongdoers have learned of these developments. The CU also included fixes for the who needs them achievement, betrayal, booting in Halo CE, selecting a random matchmaking voting slot upon voting ties, after then defaulting to the leftmost option and penalizing players who back out once voting begins. For the full patch notes, head here. Earlier today, the latest playlist update went live as well, which features Halo CE 4v4 as a featured playlist. And you're looking forward to seeing how it fares compared to Infection and other past playlists. And Infection fans, don't worry, your playlist will return, and potentially a permanent one, as I previously stated. Today's update also made a variety of updates to the Big Team Battle playlist. In case you missed it, earlier this month, here's the full list. Halo CE 4v4 added new featured playlist. Team Slayer, adding Tombstone BRs, battle rifles, adding Hang 'em High CTF, Halo CE, increasing appearance of Halo CE Blood Gulch CTF, Halo CE, adding Containment 1 Bomb Assault BR, Halo 2, adding Containment 1 Flag CTF BR, Halo 2, adding District Crazy King BR, Halo 2, adding District 1 Flag CTF BR, Halo 2, slightly increasing appearance of District Team Slayer BR, Halo 2, slightly increasing appearance of Uplift Team Slayer BR, Halo 2, adding Uplift 1 Flag CTF BR, Halo 2, add Uplift 1 Bomb Assault BR, Halo 2, slightly reducing appearance of Stonetown H2A, slightly reducing appearance of Remnant H2A, slightly reducing appearance of Bloodline H2A. H2A is Halo 2 Anniversary. Removing Ghost Town, Halo 3. Adding Last Resort 1 Flag CTF BR, Halo 3. Adding Longshore 1 Bomb Assault BR, Halo 3. Adding Sandtrap Multi-Bomb Assault BR, Halo 3. Adding Standoff Territories BR, Halo 3. and BR's battle rifle. Add Valhalla, multi-bomb assault, BR, Halo 3. Slightly reducing appearance of Valhalla, Crazy King, Halo 3. Slightly reducing appearance of Dominion, Halo 4. Adding Harvest CTF, Halo 4. And CTF is Capture the Flag. Add Exile CTF, Halo 4. Play of the Week. This week's play comes from a player by the name of Press X to Flip. And depending on their control scheme of choice is for Halo 3, then they may be exactly what happened here. In the below clip, a high in the sky, Banshee flies down and tries to swoop in for a routine kill on Valhalla, but the end result is spectacularly unexpected. Check it out below. And this video is on YouTube as well. If you want to watch it, just go press X to flip. Quickies, Power Drain versus Banshee. And they have a video right here if you want to go to HaloWaypoint.com and read this article yourself. It's the one. It's called something with multiplayer in it. Multiplayer Mirrors is the name of the article. If you want to check out the video down below. So, okay. NYCC, New York Comic Con. Is that what? NYCC means New York Comic Con. A community report. While the majority of our team couldn't be at New York Comic Con this year, Dust Storm from the Podtacular community was able to make it out to the event and put together a community report to send back via telegram. Take it away, Dust. Community report from Dust Storm. Dust Storm said, New York Comic Con continues to grow, now starting to rival the size of the West Coast's own San Diego Comic Con. This was my third time attending. And it was the most crowded NYCC I've attended yet. There were several vendors showing off new Halo products, including the NYCC exclusive Dark Horse Silver UNSC Pelican, Muster Band UNSC apparel, Square Enix Halo 5 Guardians, Master Chief and Spartan Locke, Arts Kai figures, and Metal Earth Halo models, to name a notable few. For Halo fans, Triforce and Mega Bloks stole the show with the help of local 405th members. The Triforce plasma rifle replicas were a huge hit for Spartan cosplay photo opportunities, while the replica Spartan Locke and Kelly helmets, along with the Halo 5 Guardians limited collector's edition statues, were simply beautiful to see in person. Mega Bloks created an awesome Master Chief helmet mural made completely out of Halo miniature figures and a half-sized Spartan Locke made completely out of bricks, which also provided for some choice photo ops, while 343 was indeed missed at NYCC. The Halo presence was definitely there, thanks to Mega Bloks, Triforce, and the 405th Colonial Division. Colonial Division, I mean. There's two pictures of it right there. One shows a little kid wearing a Spartan. There's Spartan uniforms. These photos are of cosplay for the San Diego Comic-Con. First one shows somebody wearing a Black Widow costume. And a bunch of other people wearing Spartan uniforms. One holding the helmet in her hand. And they show like a mural Halo wall behind them with the minifigures, miniature figures back there. It shows people in cosplay costume. Aquamarine, yellow, a tannish brown color, a purple one, and a gray one. Very cool. Very cool photos. Some of them are holding energy swords and weapons from Halo 5. I mean the Halo franchise. Are replicas of the weapons, actually. And below the picture says, below both pictures, says, to all NYCC attendees, we hope you had a great time, and also that we see you again next year. If you're local to NY, rest assured that there should be some excellent launch festivities waiting for you in the city. Community Spotlight. The Community Spotlight picture shows a picture of a picture from Halo 5 Guardians from level 2 with Master Chief in the picture holding an assault rifle. And below this picture is the last words of this article. Depending on whether or not you've gone dark, well, you may or may not be reading this blog. If you are reading, hopefully you're aware that this blog is a spoiler-free safe haven. The same, however, cannot be said about this week's Community Spotlight, which highlights our friend Greenskull, who got his hands on a press review copy of Halo 5 Guardians and streamed the first 3 missions of the campaign. If you're staying away from spoilers, be sure not to check it out. But if you are curious, the link is below. As far as wording, the top comment is currently, I want to stop watching, but I can't. To ensure that we don't have any accidental viewings, so we aren't embedding this week's spotlight, but we'll instead post a link right here. I've already watched his videos. I already watched the walkthrough for these first 3 missions on Ghost Robo's channel. Violator Game, Ghost Robo, and Game Right. All the top YouTubers have this game. They all got the review copy of it from Microsoft. I guessed. I did not. I do have the first 3 missions on my YouTube channel. They're mostly Violator Games videos, but yeah. For those of you who have been watching early glimpses of the Halo 5 Guardian story, we hope you like what you've seen so far, and that you're excited for the 27th. We'll be back next week with new ways to prepare for day 1. Until then, bravo. that's it for the I just wanted to, this was part 2 of that article, and they don't have any new articles on their website, but maybe I should have watched the walk. I've already seen the second mission. They've already spoiled too much of it everywhere already. I'm just a huge Halo fan. I'll replay it again, though. But I'm not gonna spoil it for my friends, though. I'll just keep that to myself. And it was a pretty fun walkthrough of that. I really enjoyed watching them on YouTube. Halo 5 looks really good. I'm really excited about this game. The graphics look really good. The gameplay is fun. Everything about it is fun. And I'm gonna have a party for it on November 1st. And my dad's gonna make homemade pizza and stuff. And I hope I will have that party. And it's gonna be the Halo 5 Guardians party. Actually, and it'll be at my house, of course. And it'll be a fun party too. And hopefully, my friends hopefully Halo fans out there would come to my party. And I just wanted to say thank you for always listening to my videos. And I'm glad that you guys feel inspired by my videos. Thank you for that. And thank you for all the great comments that you said. And once again, this is a nasal pillow vent breathing machine that I am wearing on my face, and I am wearing headphones on my face as well. The Bose noise cancellation headphones that my parents bought me for one of the holidays and stuff. And I'm a huge Halo fan. That's why I keep doing these discussion series videos. I'm just trying to push myself. That's why I get quiet. But whenever they have an article, I'll do a video. Green Skull is also known as Ready Up Live. I guess Green Skull has his own YouTube channel as well. I guess Ready Up Live is his teamed YouTube channel. Green Skull is his main channel. But his name is actually Dan. He's the creator of Ready Up Live and Green Skull. And he uses Skull Candy headphones for his gaming and stuff. And he even sent me a comment on one of my videos once. I guess he likes my Halo 5. I guess people at Ready Up Live like my Halo 5 Guardians discussion series. And I hope that all the Halo fans will watch my discussion series videos. I'm really excited about this game. I just want to keep doing videos to put a smile on your face. And please give me more subscribers. Can we try to get to 6,000 subscribers this week? Is that possible? And please let me know what you thought of my video and what I talked about in the article, and whatever questions you have, you can always ask me a question. I'll try and answer the questions as much as possible, if I can. That is, if I'm able to, but I will. And these articles are really detailed, and I really like reading them. They're very interesting to me. I guess they have Canon folder sending out an OSS. It's an SOS by Grim Brother 1. It's 23 hours ago. It's also about Halo 5 Guardians. It's issue 46, I believe, of the Canon folder on Halo Waypoint. It says, "Welcome back to Canon folder, folks. The hour draws ever near when fans all over the world will take their first steps into the next Halo adventure. And we couldn't be more excited to share it with you. Last week, we took a look at some of the UNSC's latest vehicle advancements available to players in Halo 5 Guardians. This week, we wanted to help prepare you for the upcoming Halo 5 Guardians campaign, as well as provided some additional elite education to the universe. As many of you have seen, the upcoming game has begun finding its way into the hands and hard drives of reviewers across the planet. No doubt, many of you have watched a smattering of media outlets and community all-stars sharing the spoils with eager audiences. VIA streams across the interwebs. Now, with that being said, if you are hoping to enter into Halo 5 Guardians, completely dark and devoid of presumptions, it might be best to try and avoid such online avenues for the next week or so. Stay vigilant, Spartans. Live Wire. Now speaking of Halo 5 Guardians release, in case you missed it this week, you've got a pretty sweet launch lead up in store for the day before the hunt officially begins. On October 26th, from 3 through 9 p.m. PTD, 343 Industries invites you to join us for Halo 5 live. An unprecedented 6-hour live broadcast that you won't want to miss. Airing exclusively on YouTube. Fans all over the world will want to tune in to experience an incredible celebration of Halo. One that will feature inside looks at the game, interviews with developers, live look-ins at launch events across the world, and some pretty awesome celebrity appearances from actors that many are buck wild for, and folks that are instrumental in bringing the game to life. There's some incredibly fantastic community members. Daddy! Members who are always always celebrates in our book. Halo 5 Live will feature a huge range of content that Halo fans of all walks will want to check out, especially fans who adore them some Halo lore lovin'. We certainly hope you'll be part of the party. Smell jumpers. This week's episode of Hunt the Truth not only added to the incredible tension surrounding Maya's latest predicament. It also gave fiction fans their first real glimpse into the bowls, but for real though, of a King Yar pirate ship. While as a longtime Buccaneers fan, I personally would relish the idea of getting an inside look at such a vessel of plunder. This ship is entirely another story. The episode goes into great detail describing the sensory assault our protagonists must endure, that is the ship mistress wounded warship. This episode also gives fans of Oni AI Black Box even more reason to be fans of Black Box. Seriously, he's so great. Add in even more twists, turns, and lingering ties to Halo 5 Guardians, and you've got yourself an action-packed 20 minutes you don't want to miss. I mean, who wouldn't want to hear more about Jackal Stew seasoned with eyeballs? Actually, probably no one. Gross. Donnie, my leg hurts. Campaign season. Shows a picture of a grunt sitting with an elite next to each other in red colors. Don't worry, we're not talking about those red versus blue campaigns. The Halo 5 Guardians campaign consists of 15 chapters that all help tell the unfolding and intertwining stories of Blue Team and Fire Team Orias in their own particular fashions, from storming Covenant forces to battling back Promethean powerhouses, from vehicle heavy assaults to wide open encounters. Each chapter within the campaign will carry you through an ever-escalating adventure. That's not to say there won't be some quieter moments, though. In fact, a few of the chapters will introduce something quite new when it comes to typical... My leg hurts, Halo campaigns in the form of non-combat exploration spaces. These particular chapters will give you a chance to catch a breath, but also to explore, to look, and to listen. Which am I? More than perhaps any other campaign in Halo history. More. I need a fan, right? Okay. There is story to be found. I think anyway. To those willing to look and listen, whether that be to your squad mates themselves, or perhaps to other characters that are scattered throughout the environment. These non-combat chapters give players the chance to advance the story while not necessarily needing to simultaneously advance on the enemy. Plus, one of them in particular introduces one of the most excellent Ungagi in Halo history. Trust me. Riding the storm out. Shows a picture from the Halo 5 campaign. Yes, the cutscene from the third mission. I believe. Yes. I'll continue now. As you'll notice below, this week's universe entries give players a pleasant peek into some of the deeper lore behind our bedazzled co-stars. Specifically, a few community members have asked about the presence of Storm-class Sangheli within the Arbiter's Swords of Sanghelios. It's important to remember that while the Storm-class soldiers have operated within the Covenant in various capacities for decades, think similar to Covenant Rangers. Many of the Sangheli who served in that role chose to take up the Arbiter's cause following the Great Schism, the Great Scheme, and eventually joined the Swords of Sanghelios. While they will certainly make up the bulk of the style of elite you will encounter fighting alongside the Arbiter. Mechanically, he has many others serving in a whole range of roles and utilizing a varying selection of armor, including, for example, the combat harness seen in the Halo 2 Anniversary Bookend cutscenes. Needless to say, fighting alongside the Arbiter in his slick new armor and loyal brethren are some of many absolute favorite moments in the campaign. We hope that you'll enjoy it too. Well, folks, it's almost time to close out another issue. In the next few weeks, we'll be diving even deeper into Halo 5 Guardians, checking it out from multiple angles, looking at updated weapons, new technologies, curious critters, and much more. Also, we'll be updating the universe encyclopedia with more and more articles looking at new information revealed in the game's campaign. In fact, if you take the time to peruse through the universe section now, you may notice that we've already begun updating some of the visuals to match right up along with what you'll be experiencing very soon. And speaking of updated weapons, if you haven't if you happen to check out Bravo's recent deep dive into the Halo 5 Guardians multiplayer ranking system, you might have noticed that tucked within talks of arena competition and merciless multi-kills was a sneaky new look at a brutally familial 2 of destruction. Pamela 2 of destruction. But that's a story for another time. And one last thing before we go. Don't forget to check out the just dropped preview of Halo Escalation issue 23. Straight from our friends at Dark Horse Comics. And since you're probably still here, you might as well rewatch the awesome official launch trailer again. I mean, why not? Until next week, live well, play Halo, and have you ever stopped and wondered why the Covenant ships such complicated names? Grim. New universe articles this week. Sanghelios is the credible world of the Sangheli species, known to humans as elites, and currently the site of their largest population and governing control. Cyan, resting high above the Krasnod Sea, the city of Cyan was constructed to pay homage to the Guardian concealed in the deep below. Swords of Sanghelios. The Sword of Sanghelios is the modern incarnation of an ancient alliance resurrected by the Arbiter to crush the last vestiges of the Covenant and its leader, Jew Madame. Sanghelios, USRIV. Star System, URS. Cenifede, Jora. Satellites, Custa. Zabant. Diameter, 9,344 miles, 15,038 km. Gravity, 1.375 G. Atmosphere, 0.9 ATM. N202 AR. Surface temperature, 23 Fahrenheit to 204.8 Fahrenheit. Minus 5 C to 96 C. Day length, 29.5 hours. Year length, 583.3 days. Summary. The planet of Sanghelios is a primary home for the Sangheli species. Sangheli species and was once host to a population of over 8 billion. In the aftermath of the Civil War, however, the planet's population has dwindled to less than 4 billion in total. Many victims fled to the coast and Saban. Sanghelios' pair of moons, which now host large population centers, major industrial sites, and a number of significant armories. The sudden shift in population density and the territorial vacuums created in its wake has placed the planet's remaining citizens in a chaotic state of political unrest, which keeps clashing against keeps for territory and governance. History. Sanghelius as the cradle world and center of government for the Sanghelian people was a pivotal site during the War of Beginnings. 938 through 852 BCE, which would be eventually result in the Right of Union, and the founding of the Covenant. The Covenant used this world as its primary outpost until the completion of High Charity in 648 BCE, after which it returned to Sangheli exclusivity, fostering soldiers for the Covenant military over the centuries which followed. After the decades-long war with the humans ended in 2552 CE, the Sangheli soldiers returned to their home world only to discover that the dismantling of the religious and political moorings of the Covenant had resulted in feuding and civil unrest. The Arbiter fell vacant, though reluctant, was considered by most to be the Sangheli's aide hoc leader during this time. But his relationship with humanity was highly disputed, leading to further conflict. Since this time, Sanghelius has remained in a constant state of civil war in what would later be called the Bloody Years, even after the re-emergence of the Covenant under the leadership of Joel Madam. Currently, Sanghelius remains in a tense state, as do many Sangheli colonies, with the Arbiter's efforts toward unity for his people and peace with the humans threatened by both secular and religious parties. Geography. Sanghelius is largely composed of water, though it has 5 individual continents: Yarmo, Tovolius, Capara, Kivro, and Bordama. Large desert regions stretch across the interior portions of the continents, forcing the vast majority of Sanghelius populations to live on the coasts and islands locations, which are usually gritted by steep mountain ranges or rocky tumble drifts, and provide protection during the planet's harrowing rain season. Slan, westward temple of the sea. Planet Sanghelius. This is also planet Sanghelius. Continent Quivro. Function, site for worship and completation. Summary. Along the coastlines of Nursa, ancient Sanghelia elders had once erected some stone fortresses to observe and protect a site they deemed sacred, a mysterious and invincive machine that had first been discovered by dive hunters and fishing skiffs. Centuries later, the Sangheli built a temple city on Cylons, even closer to the submerged relic, now recognizing it belonged to their gods, the Forerunners. The city was called Sun Aeon. For many years, the Covenant leveraged Science to explore and worship the artifact they came to know as a guardian. But little could be done to explore the secrets of the great machine or determine its true purpose. Except for a number of anchorites, the city remained mostly empty during the Covenant's reign in their war with humanity. Though prophecies of the Guardian one day rises begin to be inscribed. Staging site. After the war, Sinai intentionally remained neutral amid a flurry of civil skirmishes among Khadans. The Arbiter's own territory became a target of would-be revolutionaries. However, this all changed. Science was now viewed as an optimal staging site, giving one quick access to the coasts of Yermo, including Vadam Harbor in the heavily fortified Kolar Mountains. Jewel Vadam's Covenant eventually gained control of the temple site and began formulating plans to strike at the Arbiter while he defended the inland portions of Vadam. The Arbiter got wind of this activity and quickly established a forward operating site among the ruins of Nusara, where the Arbiter's swords of Helios planned to strike at the Covenant forces. Swords of Helios. Reborn Alliance. Affiliation Saghili. And the energy sword is the symbol for their sword of Helios. It's the Prophet's Bane. That is the sword. Leader Thel Vadam. That's Arbiter's name. By the way. Summary. The first swords of Helios were a sworn brotherhood of Khadans dedicated to the overthrow of a tyrannical arbiter judge king who ruled the continent of Kivro centuries before the Saghili became a spacefaring species. Their story of brotherhood, loyalty, honor, and sacrifice continues to resonate among the Saghili, though the newly reforged swords works to destroy the Covenant and throw down their leadership. It is not without a tinge of irony that the last incarnation of the organization appeared in the simultaneous aftermath of the Covenant's formation to bring the last snowdowns to the right of union to heal. Though it began as an alliance of covenants, the swords have become the effective world government of Helios, led by the Arbiter in a grand council of Khadans. Should the Covenant be defeated, it is these great leaders who will forge a new path for the Saghili. Phil Van Dam, Arbiter, former rank Supreme Commander of the Fleet of Particular Justice, Species Sigilius, Homeworld Sigilius, Affiliation Swords of Sigilius, height 7 feet 10 inches, 238.6 cm, weight 319 pounds, 144.7 kg, eye color amber, born December 10, 2485. Related experiences: games, Halo 2 Anniversary, Halo 3, Halo the Master Chief Collection books, Halo the Cold Protocol, Halo Lastlands, Halo the Thursday War, comics, Halo Escalation, shows, Halo Legends. Summary: Thel Van Dam was once a devoted Covenant warrior and the Supreme Commander of the Fleet of Particular Justice. During the fall of Reach, his pursuit of a human vessel led to the discovery and eventual destruction of Halo. However, his failure to protect the sacred ring placed him at odds with the head of the Covenant leadership, the High Prophet of Truth. As punishment, he was appointed arbiter and sent on a suicidal mission. After the Prophet had betrayed him, Sam discovered the entirety of the Covenant's belief was based on a lie. He then forged a bond with humanity and led a band of rebel Sigili against the Covenant, helping crush his former allies and bring an end to the war. Returning home, he was installed as a leader, seeking peace between their kind and the humans, though others rose against him and brought Sigilius into civil war for several years. He currently seeks unity for his people and an end to civil war. Dam generally wears the traditional armor worn by the arbiters who served before him. More recently, he dons a ceremonial battle dress as both a tribute to the previous arbiters and as a symbol of transition towards his vision of United Sigilius. The energy sword is his weapon of choice. And he occasionally uses his personal blade, which carries the Sabercourt, the Prophet's Bay. Earlier career: the arbiter, known previously as Phil Van Dam, was placed in Covenant service at a young age. Early in his military career, he received a leadership role and appointment that grew during the critical Messini conflict in 2535, and eventually granted him the mantle of Supreme Commander. In this capacity, Van Dam flourished, conquering and laying waste to numerous human colonies in the name of the Covenant. However, during the battle on the planet Reach, his pursuit of a single enemy vessel ultimately led to the destruction of the Covenant. The Halo conflict. In chasing the rogue human ship, UNSC Pillar of Autumn, Van Dam's forces discovered Alpha Halo, one of the Forerunner's sacred rings the Covenant had sought since their founding thousands of years earlier. This represented the culmination of the Covenant's core goal, the activation of Halo, an event that agilely offered divinity to all members of the Covenant. However, due to a political conflict with the Prophet of Stewardship, Van Dam's efforts to contain both the human threat and the flood outbreak were subverted. This allowed any enemy known as the Master Chief to destroy the ring, the resulting catastrophe, as well as the capture of his flagship, Ascend Justice, that put him at odds with Covenant leadership, specifically the Sin Shyam Heritage Hierarchy, known as the High Prophet of Truth. The hierarchy forced on him the shade mantle thermometer and the task of locating the sacred icon and activation index, only with the holy relic to the heretics. Hierarchies ignite the newly discovered Delta Halo installation and return the daily former glory. Delta Halo. Upon acquiring the sacred icon, the Arbiter was struck down by the Prophet's Jorhani guards. The act revealed the Prophet's secret betrayal. So the Sangheli had initiated the Great Scheme, a civil war that tore their long-standing alliance apart. Along with his encounter with a flood grave mine, the Arbiter uncovers the disturbing truth of Halo. It wasn't a simulation device capable of imbuing divinity of the faithful as the prophets have instructed, but rather a devastating weapon which, if activated, would destroy all sentient life in the galaxy. Working with the Master Chief, the very same human who destroyed the first ring. The Arbiter prevented the Covenant from activating Delta Halo. He then followed his newfound allies back to Earth to fight the stage of the Covenant. Breaking the Covenant. Allied with a handful of rebel Sangheli that survived the Great Scheme, the Arbiter and the Master Chief pursued the Covenant to the massive Forerunner installation known as the Ark. It was here that he assassinated the Prophet of Truth, ushering an end to the Covenant and the threat of Halo. Despite this victory, his species remained fragmented in the months that followed. Those allied with him against the Covenant stayed in his service, as did his family state. Others found political ideological solidarity in him, while the Sangheli's entire religious framework went through the process of redefinition. However, some Sangheli still held to the strictures and theology of the Covenant religion, although they did not deny the Sangheli's deception or the many failings of the original Covenant. Others were indifferent to the Covenant religion and faith as a whole, but remained especially belligerent toward any peace with the humans. Still holding to their old ways and the hostilities of previous years. Current statuses. Currently, Arbiter Theodam is considered the formal interim leader of the Sangheli elites, and specifically his species. Homeworld, called Sanghelius, his role to end their war with the humans created a dramatic dichotomy within the Sangheli. Some support his authority and leadership, gathering under the banner swords of Helios. Others, however, find it satirical on historically religious grounds, and yet others find cross-species alignment with the humans politically native. Even further, many Sahili regard Madame as a false arbiter. They claim that since he did not ultimately sacrifice himself in battle, he represents the ultimate heresy against both the Great Journey and Helios itself. They view him as a coward that must be extinguished for the Sangheli to truly ascend. These are pretty long though. How long have I been doing this for, guys? So I've been doing it for an hour. So, gee, I'm doing it too long again. Oh, this is about the species. Sangheli elites, Latin species name. Bracto conductus. Homeworld Sanghelius. Technology level tier 2. Height range 7 feet 4 inches through 8 feet 6 inches. 223 through 259 cm. Average weight range 307 through 393 pounds. 139 through 178 kg. Psychology. Sangheli are bibbed Syrians with tall, muscular bodies. What? Elongated heads bearing 4 bellies, each laced with sharp rows of teeth. Adult Sangheli bellies can be found in varying shapes, sizes, and ranges of dexterity, and are as distinctive as a fingerprint. Their long, shingly arms ended zygomorphically, hands with impressively dexterous fingers. Sociology. Divided into clans composed of a tight-knit families in Sangheli culture, and historically been based around a type of feudal mineralism, with multiple allied clans being led by Kadan, who controls a fortified keep and the surrounding territory. Their system persists in modified form to the modern era, with major keeps evolving to become city-states that led to alliances of lesser Kadans. Some small colonies, a handful of keeps, control the entirety of its resources, while undeveloped worlds such as Helios, hundreds of keeps via for power and influence, using both politics and military forces. Pre-Covenant. Several hundred years prior to the formation of the Covenant, the Sangheli had developed subspace technology and created dozens of independent colonies. Though their homeworld of Sanghelius remained central to governance and culture. After a long and bloody war against the San Sham, the two species eventually formed a truce, vowing to come together in a union called the Covenant and advance together, united in worship of the Forerunners and dedicated to the following their path to transcendence, the Great Journey. Swords of the Prophets. After the Covenant was formed, the Sansham slowly insinuated themselves into Sangheli culture, gradually replacing their scientific and industrial capabilities and supporting their warlords ambitions to focus purely on martial material matters. As time passed, our species were given charge over even manual tasks and labor, and the entire alien culture was dedicated to waging holy wars and acquiring forerunner artifacts on behalf of the San Shyam's prophets. Much later, it was the Sangheili that led Covenant forces in the various campaigns to wipe mankind out. During this protracted war, however, ancient lies and betrayal at the hands of the High Prophet of Truth led to the permanent fracturing of their collective. The resulting great scheme tore apart the Covenant, though many Sangheili fought only to destroy the prophets and their brute allies. Aftermath. In the aftermath of the conflict and the destruction of the San Shyam-led ministries that had managed the Covenant species day to day, indeed, Sangheili society began to fall apart, with their colonies sliding into violent internecine clashes over resources, politics, and influence. This is the last one for now, guys and girls. After this, I'm done. Still reeling from these events and divided on their relationship with humanity and their belief in their forerunner divinity, the once unified Sangheili splintered into a number of factions, with no leader to truly unify their kind. Though a few groups have gathered more strength than others. One of those groups is the Swords of Sangheili. It's an ancient order restored by Arbiter Thelmadam, who seeks to unite his people and return their Sangheili to their ancient independence and nobility. Opposing him are Sangheili warlords such as Chu Madame, who have slowly put together shattered pieces of the Covenant and reforged it under Sangheili leadership. Alright, guys and girls, I hope you enjoyed stuff about Halo 5 and some background stories of the characters of the Elite stuff. I hope you enjoyed it, and please rate, comment, like, favorite, subscribe, views, thoughts, and opinions, and I hope you liked it and enjoyed it for your viewing pleasure, guys and girls. And as always, Halo fans, stay tuned for more, guys and girls. And also, please drink some hot chocolate. And I'll see you all later. Okay, bye.